Jamie Dornan tells the truth about Dakota Johnson, and Amelia Warner's surprise reaction. Jamie Dornan sits in the lobby of a luxury hotel in Los Angeles. Outside, the gentle afternoon sunlight filters through the thick curtains, covering the glass table with a few warm tea stains. He is preparing for an exclusive interview with a major magazine, and he knows that what he is about to say will go beyond questions about his film project, beyond the usual stories about his career. A year ago, Jamie went through a period of rapid change. New projects, new images, and unclear rumors appeared. However, he always kept his composure, always paying attention to his family, and especially to his longtime wife Amelia Warner, who has been with him through many ups and downs. But today, in this interview, Jamie decided to open up a part of his personal life that he has long kept hidden, a confession about an emotion, a moment, directly related to Dakota Johnson, his female co-star in an extremely famous series. And he knew it would send shockwaves through Hollywood, not just because of the content, but because it touched three people: him, Dakota, and Amelia. The initiation. A few weeks before this interview, Jamie received an email from the magazine. The opening line was simple: "We'd like to explore a previously unseen side of you." Jamie read it, thought about it for a week, and then agreed. He knew the stakes. Anything he revealed could be twisted, could be misinterpreted, and could affect someone he loved, Amelia. During the filming of the movie, which we won't name, but is a popular series starring Dakota Johnson, Jamie and Dakota spent hours a day working side by side, sharing scenes, behind-the-scenes work, and sometimes, very unexpected moments. One afternoon near Paris, after a long but successful shoot, Jamie and Dakota sat on a small balcony overlooking the Seine. They drank a few sips of white wine, talked about life, about what each of them endured, about the price of fame. And in that moment, Jamie realized he had feelings for Dakota that were different, more than just colleagues. The feeling came suddenly, came and went, and Jamie decided to bury it deep down. But now, sitting in front of the camera and microphone, Jamie felt an urge: I have to say it. Confession. The interview began. The cameraman asked, "Is there anything you want to reveal that you haven't shared before?" Jamie paused for a moment, sipped his tea, and said, "There was a moment, not in the film, but after the scene, where I realized I was seeing Dakota as more than just a colleague. I saw her as a close friend, but more than that, I saw her as someone who could make me feel more alive, a little shaken, a little confused. I've never told anyone about this, not even my wife, because I was afraid. Afraid of loss, afraid of misunderstanding, afraid everything would go wrong." After a moment of silence, Jamie continued, "I wanted to come out because I thought, if I'm not honest with myself, then I can't be the person I want to be. And I deserve the truth. Amelia deserves the truth, and Dakota, she deserves it." The confession silenced the interview room. He said that for a month after that moment, he felt torn in two, one part as the husband, the partner he promised Amelia, the rest is a man driven by a strong emotion, but also by confusion and apprehension. Jamie makes it clear, "I didn't act on that emotion, I didn't betray Amelia, I kept my word. And sir, I lived with this emotion in silence. But too much silence can be a burden." Finally, he concludes, "I want to say to Dakota, if you hear this, thank you for that moment. And to Amelia, sorry I kept this for so long without saying it. To everyone, I want to start over with the truth." The vibration spread. As soon as the interview was widely released, online, in newspapers, on Hollywood forums, the reaction appeared like a shock, a famous actor confessing to having different feelings for a female colleague, while he was married and had a family. This news not only caused a stir in the media but also confused many people in the industry. The news sites worked quickly. Jamie Dornan confesses his feelings for Dakota Johnson. What did Jamie Dornan's wife say? How did Dakota Johnson react? Amelia Warner speaks out. The images of Jamie, Dakota, Amelia were combined in one article, creating the feeling of a dramatic triangle, even though Jamie's confession did not mention any actual actions or relationships other than inner feelings. Relatives of the film crew also began to receive calls from the press. Jamie's representative issued a statement. Jamie has told part of the truth, but please note, he is still a devoted husband, still loves Amelia, and the incident is completely internal. But the statement did not stop the wave of gossip. Meanwhile, Dakota Johnson was reported by the press interrogation. Do you know this interesting saying? How do you feel? Dakota chose to remain silent at first. She posted a very short line on social media. Thank you to those who always listen and appreciate it. No further words, but enough to give rise to many theories. Amelia had to speak up. And then, the day came when Amelia Warner decided to speak up. One morning in a small London cafe, where she often goes to write music, a reporter approached her. But instead of responding normally, Amelia wrote a personal post on her Instagram page. I read, I listened, I thought, the truth always has a price. I choose to love, choose to believe, and choose to overcome. Thank you to everyone who has been there for me. To Jamie, thank you for the truth and for what you still hold for this family. To Dakota, thank you for the way you work, and hope we can move through this with respect. To me, I choose to be stronger. Keep going. The post quickly went viral. Fans expressed their feelings. Amelia is so noble, Jamie is so honest, Dakota should speak. PR experts began to speak out. This is how to handle an image crisis in a positive way, not hiding, not hating, but accepting and moving on. Amelia then gave a short interview to a music magazine, because she is a musician in real life. She said, I love Jamie for who he is, not for his image on screen. When he tells the truth, I know he is seeing himself more truly. Emotions are not always pleasant, but the truth is always worth it. I hope we can move forward, together, with understanding and love. These words spread, and Amelia's image, usually discreet, avoiding media noise, was highly appreciated by the community. Many said, she turned the crisis into an opportunity to assert herself, Hollywood and public opinion. After Amelia's confession and reaction, Hollywood was shaken. Entertainment newspapers continuously updated the situation. Have Jamie and Dakota really crossed the line? Will Dakota give an interview? Will Jamie's image be affected? Will Amelia break up? Some articles analyzed that Jamie's confession could also be a strategy to refresh her image, to take herself out of the shadow of her previous hit film projects, like the series of films that Dakota and Jamie collaborated on. They said, confessing this feeling helps Jamie transform herself from a star associated with a film genre to an artist with depth. But there are also critics. Such public displays of emotions can hurt the other party, Amelia, and disturb Dakota's private life. Psychologists say, emotions should not always be brought to the press, especially if the person involved, Amelia, Dakota, is not ready. As for Dakota Johnson, she remained silent after Jamie's interview. However, close friends told the small press that she was shaken and confused by the confession, because she didn't expect such emotions to be expressed. Dakota has always been professional. She respects her professional relationship with Jamie and his marriage. This came as a surprise to her, the source said.